Okay, we'll see if anybody starts showing up. Just so if anybody's ever watching this at the beginning, it's always very awkward when you're waiting for people to show up in the live stream. So, yeah. There's Matt. What up, Matt? What are you doing, buddy? I saw, yo, Nick. It's funny. I literally just looked at. I just sent you a message, Nick, and Matt. I saw you were working on an engine. Is your rig okay? And Rad Dad, I just sent you a message about that chain. I'm feeling a lot better than I did 2 days ago, but I'm still. We'll see how I hold up. I did buy. Just so if I have a coughing attack, I got a big bag of Hall's Relief. I'm gonna put right next to here. Oh, is that okay? I was wondering what was going on. It looked like it was a handful, Matt. Yo, Thomas, it's like to see you again, buddy. I'm doing fine. I mean, this was probably the sickest I've been since, like, whether you believe COVID or not COVID or whatever, I don't really care. But since all that happened, I got really sick back then too. Moving my dad into a assisted living facility, I got crazy sick, and this time I got crazy sick again. And I literally slept for like 5 days. What up, Andy? I didn't get it, Charles. I didn't get any gummy nerds. No, I didn't even get a Monster. I just have a normal. Not that it's any different. I just have a normal soda. I've been trying to be pretty good since I was sick. So, but no, I've just got cough drops today. Yeah, give me a call later today or tomorrow, Matt. I mean, I'll be around. Hopefully everything's good. What's been going on with all you guys is I feel like, is the rest of the country still getting hit with snow? Is everything chilling out? I mean, it's not that I could go out and really ride right now, but it's probably like 45 degrees here and super sunny. So I didn't think I was going to do a live stream today. Well, a few days ago I didn't. So I didn't really plan anything. So I'm just going to work on a couple little things I need to do on some bikes, nothing crazy. And just hang out if you guys want to hang out with me. I'm going to hook up this heat gun. I've got this, I think it's a 98 or 99 Condor frame. This is my buddy Marty McFarland. And it just got weird stickers on it. It's got a little dusty and a rust. But this is like one of my childhood friends. He still rides. He's older than me. But I figured if I got this, I got the fork and stem too. I should start cleaning it up and maybe make a bike out of it. So I'm going to use the heat gun to get some of these crusty stickers off. Yeah. Nick, fingers crossed, dude, on that bash guard, man. I feel like I don't even know how I came across one of those. I mean, obviously, the reason I did is the live stream. So maybe the guy who's selling it's on live stream, and we can get that all dialed in, because I'd love to see that go to a good project. 2-hip pork, 1 1/8 vice stem. I don't. It's weird because those used to pop up a lot, and I feel like all that 2-hip stuff people are just hoarding nowadays. $2K for the frame set, dude. Yeah, no. I mean, if I was gonna spend that much on a frame set, I would spend it on ozone or something, and I don't think I would even do that. I keep looking at my dyno slammer upstairs, and that bike, every time I mess with it, it makes me so grumpy that I've been tempted to sell it. I don't know even why I'm saying that, but Kurt, okay, Nick, Kurt, Matt, everybody in here, Rad Dad, is 2-hip stuff like just, way. Are the people that collect two hip stuff just out of their minds? Like, I mean, I'm more a Wilkerson Airlines guy, but I'm a big Ron W guy. But I just see two hip stuff now, and it is. I don't know if like I don't know what's creating this like big bubble of price with two hip stuff, but it's insane now. The progression in the kids, yeah. 20-inch top tube, though. I feel like if you have a 20-inch top tube, that should devalue the price. Because most people, unless you're just a smaller guy, aren't going to get that bike and really enjoy it, you know? Here, I'm going to grab an extension cord, guys. I don't know. What do you guys think some of the brands that are kind of like if you're in the, like kind of how most of us guys are into collecting and vintage BMX stuff, what are some of the brands that you feel like are like overpriced and some are that are underpriced? Me personally, if I was to go overpriced, I mean, I know it's already saying too hip. Well, I'm just gonna say too hip because my brain isn't firing on all cylinders. But I would say for sometimes I feel like they're underpriced is standard stuff. I feel like, and I'm not really a standard guy. I'm not following the prices, but usually when I do sell a standard item, it's always when I look up the pricing, I'm like, this seems way cheaper than I would think it would be. Let me know what you guys think. Huh, this is going to give me enough cord. Oh man, this extension cord might not be long enough. Okay, maybe it will be. Yeah, the old school, mid school GT stuff is expensive. I mean, I kind of get it, but it is a little more than I think. Yeah, Nick, Mongoose stuff in Australia is insane. Two, yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Like I've seen two hip soles. We had that two hip Ortiz. I don't think those ever even came out that I showed in one of the videos, that Bruce Crispin one, and I had somebody hitting me up really wanting that. And when I talked to them, they didn't even really acknowledge that it was Bruce's. They wanted it more because it was just a two hip. Man, I know you got the progressions. You got that Kiz from me back in the day. What gen Kiz was that that was a Kiz I sold you, right, Matt? I'm just checking this. Well, there's a lot of comments. Hold on, let me get caught up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the standard stuff. Matt thinks two hips overrated. I mean, a little, yeah. I agree. I can kind of agree. See, Nick, that seems cheap. I feel like standard stuff's cheap here. It's not like I feel like you go back to mid school S&M stuff, and it's a lot of money. But mid school standard stuff, you can jump into that stuff for really easy. Skyway stuff's expensive. I can kind of see why it's expensive. I mean, it's just so old and it's always pretty unique, especially with the frames. But most of his race stuff, mid 2000s frames. Yeah, I agree. You see a lot of mid 2000s frames. But even when you look at like some of, you get a lengthy or something, one of the platform ones, I do think the, my brain is just not there. Those early ones, I forgot where they were getting made, but uh-oh, I got a customer. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I heard you talking. I heard you guys talking. I'm like, I'm gonna open the door and scare him. I didn't mean to scare him. Good. I'm just in here. Every Saturday I do a little live stream, just chatting stuff, but I'm totally down to help you guys. So yeah, you guys just hanging out, looking at stuff?
Yeah, basically, got a couple newbie nice bikes, looking for grips.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, just check them out. Holler at me if you have any questions.
Thank you, sir.
I'm just gonna go over here and check on my little, my nerd stuff over here. So. I think the middle school. Drum Bass King, I do think that, that stuff, it's awesome that Ron still rides it. And I do like the way a wall rides. And I got some more grips coming in this week too. I mean, just pretty basic ones. We just did some reordering, like our first few orders after Christmas. So that's fine. It happens all the time. Yeah, just pull it out. And you can just pop that little bar end back in that hole right there. Yeah, I think today's the day where everybody's just coming in and getting grips. Right? It's like a grip day. So.
That's crazy. That's a cool little shop.
Yeah, thanks, man. You guys just got BMX bikes, you said?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys ever need them wrenched on or have any questions, just bring them on in.
Definitely. Sweet. Thank you. Some big ones up here.
And whoa, there's so many more messages since I just came. The 80s Benz is a strong win price. Yes, they are. Subs via the museum. Shock to 700. Sold. Huh? I wonder who you sold them to in Canada. Well, there's different levels of plastic pedals. Yeah. There's some crappy little chintzy ones, and then there's like nylon ones. And then if it did break off, did you on that bike? Was it a one piece or a three? It was okay. Because usually when you have the one piece pedals, that spindle's a little smaller.
Yeah. Yeah. So like the pedal broke off from the shaft spindle, and it was right as I landed, and it went in my leg. And I finished pedaling, and I ended up with 36 stitches.
Oh yeah. I've been there.
Yeah.
You want to do those?
Yeah.
You want to do cash or card?
Card.
Okay.
Do you have 10 still? I might have.
They're just $11.
Oh, perfect. I got a dollar bill. You got 10. Sick.
I'll sell them to you.
Perfect.
I'll sell them to you. I'm reining it in. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Here, I'll give you a chop sticker.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. If you guys need anything else, just give me a holler. We're here every day, but Sunday and Monday.
Okay, awesome.
So,
thank you.
All right, enjoy that sun, guys. I know it's a little chilly, but
once you're riding, it feels good.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. Likewise.
I always feel weird when I have the live stream going. You think solid stuff's underpriced? I mean, I feel like it's super. I don't have a spoke cutter. They're so expensive. I just don't have one, Rad Dad. I mean, it depends probably which area of Haro you're talking about, Tim. I mean, Haro stuff usually is overpriced. But I mean, it really depends on which models and which years. I remember the Primo XL cranks. I remember selling them here at the shop. I never rode any. That's right. You do have the prototype Kiz. Right. What country are you in, Tim? Exactly. Nylons are good. Plastics are bad. It's funny today. I've sold. It's just been pedals and grips all day, and I've had that conversation with a few people. I had a kid come in earlier, and he was looking at like some race face racing pedals, plastic ones with the metal pins. But he says he does pedal grinds. I'm like, dude, don't spend that much money on a pedal. And he's like, well, I'm scared of a plastic pedal. And I guess his bike seemed okay. He had one of those complete Mongoose Legions, which aren't a good bike. But the frames are actually, he's been switching stuff out. So his bike was getting there. But the pedals that came on it originally were just super bad. And they were like that chintzy, like just that plastic that would break, that would be on like your mom's beach cruiser or something. So I had to talk him through that with the pedals and set him off with some BSD pedals. Mike, that's good if they do, I mean, here's one. I'm gonna throw this theory out. Let me know. I actually hate it when people call BMX bikes kids bikes, because most children, I think, if they got on my bike, and I'm not trying to say this is a diss. I know everybody likes to joke around and doing that, say, "Oh, my kid's bike" or whatever. But it's like, I feel like it kind of takes sometimes away from BMX, and I don't know a kid that could ride my bike. My bike's big, it's a big bike, like, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's a kid's bike," or "This is a kid's bike." It's like, this is a $2,000 bicycle, and it fits a man who's 6'3". I don't, I I get people said it for so long, but I feel like it after time kind of does a little damage to BMX. And I'm not trying to say this is a diss to you, Mike. I mean, at all. It's just one of those things that it just came up, and I was speaking with somebody about the other day, and people are always like, "Oh, my kid's bike, this," and it's like, man, I don't know. I don't know if this is a kid's bike, like, you know, I feel like BMX always punches down on itself, and that's why sometimes the industry has a hard time growing, and BMX has a hard time growing, because it's always like kind of punching down on itself. And that, yeah, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Is it normal that BMX parts are not perfectly straight or perfectly welded? No, it's not. I mean, even with that Haro stuff, dude, I ride a Haro frame right now, and it's great. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like you're in a different country. I don't know. I don't know. It shouldn't be like that. No. There's definitely a lot more 40-year-olds riding than 20 years ago. But even 20 years ago, there was, I think that was the first start of like the 40-year-olds. No, I know you were joking, Mike, but it just popped up in my head, like, just to bring it up since we're just having BMX conversations here. I've seen like T-shirts and stuff like that. It's funny. It is funny to me, but at the same time, sometimes I'm like, I wonder how much of a hindrance this is, because we've been saying that stuff since like '95, and you're like, does this actually, in the long run, kind of hurt things, Sean, I will vouch. Sean is, I swear to God, you're taller than 6'5", Sean. But you do have a really nice 22. What hub front guards will fit a Sunday 36 hole? Yeah, low flange sealed 3/8 axle. Is it female or male? I don't know if it's a toy. I don't know if it's a toy. I've got toys. I've got a lot of toys. I'm gonna turn this heat gun on here in a sec. Female. God, it's so hard when I just don't have it to put eyes on it right now. I mean, you could just do one of the S&M symbols. Those are pretty universal, especially for a front one. But yeah. No nerd gummies today. I have cough drops, so I don't have a coughing fit. NOS McNeil Rubin frame and fork with new school drivetrain and parts. Nice. I've been seeing. It's kind of for how much Rubin is like loved and adored in BMX. One sec, Andy. I'll do this and then I'll tell you what I ride. Sorry, sometimes I just jump back and forth between these. But for how much people love Rubin, I'm amazed we don't see more McNeil builds, like of his original bike. Because those bikes were pretty progressive, especially some of the parts and stuff he had on them. And I mean, he was like the most popular dude at that time. It's so surprising me that we just don't see more Rubin builds. And then Andy, I honestly, most people would say I should ride a 21 1/4, especially for the type of riding I do, just mainly like transition, a little bit of dirt jump, a little bit of street. But I just ride a 21-inch top tube with about a 14 1/4 rear end. I kind of just ride like geometry wise, it would almost look like just a trail bike, but I ride 4 pegs. My bike actually has a bash guard. But 21 was about topping out for me. Since I grew up riding in the 80s and early 90s, I was riding shorter bikes all the time. So it took a long time for me to get to 21, and I just don't really want to go up from there. I mean, you don't think it's time for Rubin stuff to be collectible? I mean, it's been 25 years. I mean, Rubin did come out with the Rubin tires. Yo, Paul, what's going on? Psyched you're here. I am used to an older style bike. I tried going to the smallest back end I went to. I had a solid AA V2. Yeah. And it had a 13.5-inch back end. And I rode that for about a year. And that's where I was just like, I can't do this. It's just too short. So my geometry definitely stays more mid-school, but I am 48 years old. But I know, I mean, like Ben here, I think Ben rides a little more aggressive bike than I do. And Ben's pretty close, same age as I am. So, I mean, it just kind of depends. I mean, we've all been riding long enough to kind of know what we like, but I do think a lot of people would think I would ride a little bit longer top tube. So, dude, it's scary to manual at the short back ends. We sold, we have a couple of those Alive Ben. Well, we had a couple. We have one left of those Alive Ben Lewis frames. I think it has a 12. Let me look. There's one over here. So Alive's a company out of Tokyo. Ben Lewis rides for him. The back end on it is 12.4 on this one. And my buddy Joe put one together to kind of ride flat on. Dude, I barely picked this thing up and was on my ass. But I think when you grow up riding stuff like this, you're fine with it. I mean, a lot of those new park dudes ride short back ends like this, and you can kind of see it, how they push through the transitions and pump things. But we just, I grew up riding in a different generation, so you can only be used to what you're used to. But if you're looking for a short back end frame, I got one. $14.75. Yeah, I don't have a Speedwagon. Maybe I do have a Speedwagon. I'm trying to think. My race bike is like 14.5. Charles, that sounds about right. Yeah, the 14 back end, they just feel. I mean, I don't really care what somebody rides. There are people out there that are like, these guys and this geometry. It's like, dude, figure out your geometry and just ride it. But I got to have it at least 14. 21 1/4 Mad Dog. No, in the 90s, we didn't have that many choices. Yeah, Flatland. I mean, Flatland's around. I mean, there's dudes in the comments right now that are, good Flatlanders, but it definitely, you got to find that niche. I mean, it's way harder to get into that community. So yeah, if you can get in there, you're dialed, but it does take more to get into. From what I've heard from REA, and I don't think he knows exactly, I think they were kind of waiting for the new year. I think that bike sounds like, and please don't quote me on it, maybe around springtime sometime. If I was to build the last Flatland bike I built up was, remember when they did the S&M LTFs in the I think it was in a half, 3/4 top tube. I built one of those up. I rode it for a while. Flatland and I have always had just like a weird relationship. I just don't really need a Flatland bike for how kind of crappy I am at Flatland. All I end up doing is like one-handed hang fives, hang fives and backward. Everything's just a hang five. So it's like, I mean, when I was younger, I could do boomerangs and a few things like that. And I don't know where those tricks went, but it'd probably be just something really basic, yeah, I mean, honestly, if I was to ride one nowadays, though, I don't think, and I do know there's some Flatlanders do ride longer back ends, but it wouldn't be one with like a crazy aggressive back end. So, Thomas, what flat bike do you have again? Here, I'm gonna heat some of these stickers up, guys. Keep my hands up too, because I'm sure you guys can't tell, but it's freezing in my shop. How the shop is here, if I turn the heaters on, it heats upstairs and the rest of the shop, but it does not get into this area. So it's pretty cold. But yeah, I thought I'd get these stickers off, just start working and slowly on getting this. I mean, I got the frame, fork and stem on this one, so I might as well just start messing with it. That's getting really hot. Nope. Good crap on that thumb. Come on. Don't fall. Do not fall. There we go. Okay. What the rear end is on a pork. REA's pork was here the other day. I want to say the rear end on that is like 14. Don't quote me, but I want to say it's like 14 and a half. Oh, yeah, the 19. I knew I remembered what it was. Is that, and that's kind of a mid-school Geo on that Big Daddy. That would be a cool Flatland bike. There are Hoffman wheels in my, oh, yeah, they're the Hoffman wheels from this thing, but they definitely need re-chromed, which when we talk tomorrow, I'll talk to you about that. Yeah. I'm putting together a little rim stack to maybe try to get some chromed. Woo, it sucks after, don't take a swig of soda after you eat a Hall's mentholyptus. Dude, okay, cars. I'm glad you noticed that. So if you guys haven't watched that video of us trying to fix, I'll pull the Federal out. We got this Federal Nation. Somebody on the site sent it to me. I'm spaced his name, but thank you for sending me the bike. We've been having fun with it. But he pulled it out of his garage. I think he said his mom or his wife it'd been in the garage for 25 years, and somebody ran it over, crushed it. I said, send it anyways. We'll try to fix it. So we try to bend it back. I mean, the back end's bent. Like one end's bent all the way down. Tubes are creased. Those things just wouldn't bend back. Like, it's insane how strong it still was. And then we ended up bending it in the middle. I mean, I'm sure most of you seen the video. So then we go over to my buddy Matt's house, and it's insane. I'm sure my buddy Ben's watching. I'm sure Ben's going to have some opinions on what we were doing, but we've got it pretty straight now. I can't believe how strong that back end was for actually being crushed. Yeah, dude, look at this thing. It's insane. So this side's the side that was like caved in. It's creased here, but then when we tried bending it out, it bent here in the middle and wouldn't rebend here. So then, yeah, I don't know. We gotta still mess with it a little. This wheel's not the best wheel, but I think we're just gonna, you can kind of see the heat marks and stuff, but I mean, it's not smashed together. This wheel's in there crooked. I don't think the back end's as crooked as this wheel's making it look. We're just trying to have fun and be dorks. Well, I'm not trying to be a dork, but I'm just trying to have fun with bikes. And I don't know, there's just something, I just felt bad that this bike got crushed, and I'm like, I'm gonna get it together. We're just gonna put together just some grimy mid-school bike and let everybody ride it. So let me see all these comments. Chrome 99 Venom XX, the time back. 8-piece bars? I mean, dude, if you're into it, Mike, you're into it. 8-piece bars. Dang, I don't remember seeing that. Thomas, could you take a Dremel and open up the dropout a little? Yeah, cars for driving. That bike. I mean, we had the day off. It was icky out, so it made the day fun. Let's cut off the back. What up, Brian? How are you doing, man? Nick, did you ever ride one of these Federal Nations? I had one buddy that rode one, and he still. I don't think anybody that I rode with at the time rode a Federal, but my buddy Sturkin said he rode one, but he was in NorCal at that time, and he liked it. I mean, it doesn't seem much different than the FBM I was riding at the time, but yeah, I heard they broke. I mean, I never seen one broken, but I heard that they broke two. But it's insane how, dude, that back end is insane. Well, I'm getting no comments. Ben, you're gonna kill me by making me laugh. It's gonna be good, Ben. Man, you're gonna come up and visit, and I'm gonna say, Ben, don't worry about bringing your BMX. I got one for you. We've got the Federal ready for you to ride. How much does it cost to get a rim chromed in Portland? I've never got one chromed in Portland, and most of the places I've talked to won't do it because they just are too busy doing car and motorcycle stuff. So I'm trying to, if this goes through, I'll do a video on it, but I'm not going to say what I'm trying to do right now. What the hell is this piece of hair doing? Man, we're all dorks, Ben. Yeah, I mean, this frame was, I don't understand how this frame was that strong. How do you pull dents out on frames? I'm sure you can't. I mean, it depends on the dent. I've never tried pulling one out. I'm sure you can do a couple things like you do on cars. I have seen a couple people with mixed results on chainstays. Like if you've grinded them and they're caved in, you can do like kind of a wooden coupling thing where you tighten it and roll it, and it'll kind of help roll some of those dents out. I've seen mixed results. I've not tried it. Seems like a lot of work. You'd have to really love that bike. Oh, I see what you're saying, Thomas. The early volume, didn't they have a seamed head tube? Is that what was it? Wasn't it just a seamed head tube? Did you want one of those, Ben? Were you riding an STA at this time, Ben? Dang, that is pretty cold. Less is more is one of the best videos. Bondo. Yeah, I mean, so I have my old Killing Machine KP Ripper weird combo bike, and I sold it to one of our buddies back in the day, and he grinded it. The chain stay flat, and I'd kind of like just repaint it how I had it and put the frame up in the thing. And I was thinking about bondoing the chainstay because I probably won't ever put the bike together. Huh. Once it's dented, it's dented. I mean, that's kind of the Hellions had a seam tattoo, but yep. Matt, do you have a Hellion that's not broken? I'll tell you though, everybody, a bunch of dudes in my crew got Hellions, and we all were psyched on the Hellions. They look cool. I don't know if they even rode okay, but I remember Jeremy Davis had one. Who else had one? My buddy Ryan had one. Ben, who else had a Hellion? A few people did. Jeremy basically ripped the head tube off of his. Okay, I'm gonna heat this gun up again. Was there a lot of interest in that Hellion, Nick, or is it just kind of like one of those lost in time bikes that you really got to know what you're looking for, or is there like a lot of interest in that bike? I could see that, yeah. Castillo's one of my favorite street riders, period. Oh, I forgot you did have that Bennett, yeah. You had that Bennett for a while. Ouch. What? This has all this like electrical tape saying something on the frame, and I can't figure out what it says. What up, Aaron? Nice to see you, dude. Yeah, that's about the era. I think Jeremy was riding a Hellion at that B3 contest when he ninja dropped off the wall ride. 99 GT bump. That's crazy that you did that. I mean, not like the bump was a great bike, but I've seen those things. I've had a few of them, and they are pretty beefy bikes for you to do that. You had to have been riding your headset really loose. Oh yeah, he did destroy it. Yeah, that sucked. I remember that day. And yeah, he tried grinding down it was like a PVC pipe that wasn't even a handrail. They like just duct taped it, and he grinded it. It was pretty crazy. So hopefully I seem normal, guys, because I'm definitely still, especially since it's kind of getting towards the end of the day, I'm still feeling pretty bubble-headed. Sorry, damage. I weighed like 100 pounds. I think all the Bennett's Geos were all different. I mean, when you really look at those frames, they all kind of are pretty different. I don't remember which gen yours was. I feel like it would have been first gen. I do remember thinking the Bennett was like one of the first bikes that had a shorter back end, like a 13.75 or maybe just right under 14. Yeah, we were just talking. I was just saying that, Aaron. I know there was a difference on the wishbone. Like I know one says USA, I think one says S&M, and I think there is a difference on the length of the back end. Oh, sick, Michael. Dude, hanging out with Ron is awesome, dude. So you should have a good time. Yeah, I mean, just hanging out with Ron's always fun. So, the Buckeye Bike Show looks good. There's a few vintage shows in the country that look like they're getting really, really good, and I should probably go to one. Yeah, that Bennett is still here. Yep. I am always a bubbleheaded, bubble bobble. Yeah, that Buckeye Bike Show is getting like, I mean, how many bikes do you think were there last year? It looked pretty big. Ouch. Too hot. Burning my hand. I shouldn't have tools. Ouch. Come on. No. Turn it off. There we go. Sorry, the large array comment made me laugh. Man. Dropout shapes, stay material, early models were slimmer. I think there was a USA cap on the first ones, but not the last. Yeah, and I think one did have a shield cap too. But yeah, Bennett's are like kind of like one of the more confusing S&M bikes, like how it changed, because it always seemed like way different. Yeah, the Bennetts, Bennetts were crazy. I know people love Bennett's. Every time I got on Ben's, or when my buddy Andy had it, or a few of the other dudes had them, I never liked it. I liked the bike visually, and I really sweated Bennett, but I just didn't like that bike. I honestly, I prefer my Bennett to be on a Holmes or a Challenger. That early Chris Bennett footage, ooh, like 1201. Remember that ad of him as Scrap doing like, I think he was doing like a Superman X up or a No Foot X, and he's got like some big old pants on, dude. That level of Chris Bennett when he's just super limbery was awesome. It seemed so new school at the time. You like the War Pig over a Bennett? Oh, to be honest, I was always a dirt bike guy. When the War Pig came out and all that, my last S&M that I rode in the 90s was, I think, the last year they just did straight up dirt bike. Not the dirt bike with the standard gussets, not next gen. I had a gunmetal gray one. I think it was like, I got it in like 97. And I rode that for a while. I probably had like 5 dirt bikes in the 90s. The War Pig was just too little and too heavy. The Bennett kind of just rode funny. Yeah. I'm going to tell you. Okay. All right. I want to hear it from everybody. What's your favorite S&M frame they've made and your least favorite? My favorite would probably be S&M dirt bike / platform dirt bike because I really love my platform dirt bike, but just a dirt bike. My least favorite S&M ever, and I love the dude, but is the Butler frame. I think the Butler frame is so disgusting. The sizing of it just seemed ridiculous for the time because no one was really riding that small of a bike. I mean, I guess people rode War Pigs, but I hate the Butler bike, and I love Sean, but I do hate the Butler bike. Those are my two. Let me hear what you guys are. Sorry if I'm coughing, guys. I'm gonna take another cough drop. I'm kind of withering away while we talk. Probably go home and just go to sleep. Luckily, I have the next 2 days off. Okay. Least favorite. Matt says the dagger. Hi, Matt. I didn't even know you were in here. You don't like the. Hard is it to make a no-footed X look? The yellow Challenger Bennett is perfect. Give me the Flatline over a Bennett. Whoa. I don't know what the Geo is on the Flatline, but favorite War Pig, least, what the fuck? I can see that. Oh, I missed a bunch of messages. Okay, I'm going back up. Hold on. How did I miss all these messages? All right. Sean, you think they look okay built up? Loved the giant lower wishbone. Always loved. I like a wishbone frame too. You thought my dirt bike was which one? Which one are you talking about, Ben? My purple dirt bike with the platform, or the one that I rode with the basic bars? I don't know. The only thing that was funky on it is I had not Stogie. What were the other Primo pegs? The ribbed ones, because they were the only pegs the bike shop had. That was the funkiest thing on it. If you want terrible style, ride a War Pig. Oh shit. Oh shit. Shots fired. Yeah, I've been to that rail. That rail is enormous. The Gons dirt bike next gen. I just didn't like next gens, but I did like Gons on S&M. I thought his bikes looked pretty good. Yeah, that bike's actually sitting right below me, Nick. It sucks the forks are bent a little. I got a tool that bends them back. He's not going to really go hard on this, so we're going to bend him back. But I'm psyched on that bike. I'm really psyched on the bully bars. Okay. What did Ryan say? Okay, that's back where I'm at. Andy C, I think Holmes is a lot of people's favorites. I always wanted, and I swear Marvin had one, Holmes front end, dirt bike back end. That would have been my favorite bike. It would be my favorite bike probably right now. Holmes is just a little too long a back end for me back in the day. So I like the dirt bikes. Black Bike V2. Oh, Ben did have a call girl. Try and just stay up on these messages. Matt Behringer, Black Bike, worst call girl. I see the joke, man. I see the joke. Jared Creeley rode way too little bikes. I'm sorry. I've rode Jared a few times, and his bikes always look too little for him. He killed, though. Very underrated. I know people that love the Gam Wood. The Menstrual, for my friends that had it, I actually liked the way that bike rode. And when we built Jason's up, I got on it, had some kind of feeling. I just hate the pierced head tube. And I sweated. When that bike came out, I sweated Trainer so hard. I was at one of the Merino Valleys, and Trainer was there. And he had his, and it was raw. It was like one of the first dudes really rocking a raw frame. But I remember he was sitting over there talking to some dudes. I was just being a Timmy. And I just remember like rolling up, like looking at his bike and thinking it was super awesome. But I could just never get behind that pierced head tube. If it would just had a normal head tube, I'd have been all over that bike. Here, one sec, guys. I got a call. What up, Danny? What time are you getting here? Yeah. Just knock. I'm just doing like a little live stream right now. So just knock, and I'll run you pack those 2 boxes. All right. Okay. Oh, hey, Jeff. What's going on, buddy? Somebody mistaken your bike for a Hoder's in one of our videos because you both rock about the same seat post height. Homes or you like the I thought the PBR's bottom brackets were too high. What up, DFLJ? How are you doing, man? Oh, the Duke of Wellington. I knew people that liked that bike. Yeah, those seemed popular around that time. I forgot, Jeff. You did have a call, girl. The Stiffy Peg. Thank you. I don't know how. I mean, I know because my brain is just clogged. Looks wise, I love the Sabbath. I did think the Sabbath looked cool. I will agree with that, but yeah, it's way too little. Nick, on the bully bars. So are you saying you seen them uncapped like mine, or because I've never seen them like Andy has on his dirt bike. Now the thing that he did get those bars. He had a chrome bully, which you didn't see too much of, and I think those came out in 92. Maybe 91, 92. It was like right at the end of RL, I think, owning it before it got sold to MCS. And I'm just wondering if they changed those bars. It's on that at that time. They're really cool. I'd dig them out, but they're pretty. Maybe let's see. I don't know if I can dig them out. Okay, I dug him out. We're talking bully. I always got time. Let me get through these S&M questions, and we'll chat about these bully bars. Neil Harrington used to ride 27. That's true. That is true. He's enormous. Is Neil taller than you, Sean? Thomas, you're so okay. We're going to the bully bars. So these are the ones that I've never seen any like this. This is how yours are, Thomas? And Nick, have you seen, where am I pointing? Have you seen ones like this? Because I've had 2 sets of bully bars, and neither of them have had this cap on it. They're just open. The ones I have up there are like that. Oh, hold on, I got a customer. Whoa, Jamiroquai. We're in the live stream.
I know, I saw.
You coming down here looking Jamir? Ari is here looking Jamiroquai, guys.
Oh.
All right, I'm back at it. Want a 5-inch head tube and not going well.
What you got going on here?
Well, we were bringing up these bully bars just because these are different than mine. So, bully, I think it's still owned by MCS, but I mean, I'm not going to hate on a bully hot rod. I kind of like a bully hot rod, but pretty much been trash ever since then. Big Sean asked if you're wearing roadkill on your head. Exactly the same. I remember right. They matched some of the 91s on the museum. I mean, I wouldn't go exactly off the museum because I think everybody would just say 1990. A lot of people with the bullies even mess up the year of their frames because a lot of people don't know the difference between a bully vise and a bully bash guard frame. But yeah, there's definitely two iterations. This pair here too, the knurling is just barely there. I don't know if yours is like that, Thomas. The ones I have on my bully, it's definitely all there, like way deeper. So, who did you work for, Ben? I thought Marv. Do you see much Rev? No, dude. RevCore stuff is like the last RevCore thing I got was a RevCore C post that I sold to Moeller like 9 years ago, and that's the last RevCore thing I've ever seen. Yeah, it's extremely rare. Yeah, send me some pics, Thomas. Oh, all right. I'm gonna heat gun this again, guys. Is it still freezing outside? I saw you ride today. Was it? Did you ride?
We did. I drove all the way to Flatland.
Yeah.
To get a sesh, and there was like a giant skate jam there, and like lots of people there. And I was like, "Fuck, I don't want to be that one guy that's just like trying to get a sesh." So then I just drove and went to
The DIY?
DIY and got this thing.
Is there anybody there?
There was like one guy there.
Is it still messed up from that fire?
Everything's still there except for that one quarter pipe that was backed up against the wall.
The kind of good one?
Yeah. I mean, the spine's still there, so I'm happy.
Did you hit up Kenshin?
Huh?
You hit up Kenshin?
Yeah, he didn't hit me back yet.
I don't know. I figured we could do something tomorrow.
Yeah, it looks good.
I mean, I don't know how much energy I'll have, but
yeah.
Dude, you were. Oh, those shoes are wild. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So yeah, Thomas, sounds like yours are just like these.
Dare they want to see the shoe?
Yeah, sure. Let me answer this, and we'll get everybody's thoughts on these Vans you're wearing. Oh, thank you, Old Dirty Dangles. Dude, I appreciate that so much, man. Thank you. I am feeling a little better. I'm not, I think I'm out of the woods, but I'm not like.
Not in the city yet.
I'm not in the city yet. I already said I'm not in the city yet, but dude, I was so sick. So thank you, man. I really appreciate that tip. Thank you very much. Okay, RA wants to know your thoughts on these Vans he got. They're kind of like a 90s vibe one. I do like this color. What are you guys' thoughts? What are your thoughts on this Vans? Is this 290s or would you guys rock these?
Look at the bottoms.
The bottoms look good for riding.
Dude, these are the best biking shoes out.
The bottom looks really good for riding. I mean,
The last pair I had of these, I got like 6-7 months ago, and I could still ride in them, and I ride in them every day.
These are puffy Vans. They're pretty puffy. They definitely got a 98 vibe on them. What's the model name?
Mixa.
Mixa?
Yeah.
Like M-I-X-A?
M-I-X-X-A, yeah.
They're called the Mixa, the M-I-X-X-A. Is stream quality really that bad right now? I can't tell with you, Ben. I mean, there's nothing weird going on my end. Aaron Diver says you should get rid of the Jankos, but he says the 90 shoes aren't bad. I actually kind of like that.
The pants I'm wearing right now.
They're not Jankos.
They're not Jankos. This is true.
Pretty blurry. Guys, just I don't have any extra windows open or anything. I just don't know enough about the live stream, if that's on my end or on your guys' end. Just super low res. Very blurry. Mother fricker.
I was just watching it at home. It looked fine.
You were watching it at home and it looked fine.
Yeah.
And you guys might, I don't know if it's my internet or your internet, but I'll have to, anybody out there a computer guy? If they are, hit me up that knows more about this stuff than me so I can like type in things and figure it out. Cars for driving. Yours is fine. I wonder which, I think those are the later ones. I'll have to go look at Rock Bay to see which ones they are. I don't have any other stuff going on with Dirty Jangles, not like last week. It's just this. So it sounds like some of you it's going through good and some of you it isn't. So I mean,
from the woods.
I wouldn't say most wheels are pinned. I'd say it's 50-50, you know, like it just depends on how much you want to spend. I don't even know what 1G nets is. Low res here too. Man.
I was just watching it.
He said he's just watching it. It was fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to put up hold on. We're going to put up a poll if I can figure out how to do it. Okay, maybe I can't do it. I'm bad at this stuff.
Why are you taking these 6 stickers off?
Oh, Tuba. Mike Shirley is the sickest dude. Fair Launch Daily. The sickest dude.
Hey, man, vinyl doesn't grow on trees.
Low res. I'm in Florida. Yeah, I'm trying to. God, I'm so bad with computers. I'm not going to lie, guys. Edit reactions. Nope, I don't want that.
I love how you got sick the one day you didn't get a soda.
Yeah, I know.
Are we taking this hot?
It says 720p, but it looks like 144p. I wonder where on my end I can check this stuff. That's the. Oh, that's mute. Manage. I might have to reach out to a channel. Okay, I'm going to hit this button and see what it does. Hold on, guys. I don't think that does anything. No. I may have to hit somebody up. Help me with this. 69p. God. You're not here for my face? I mean, all right. My thoughts on, I think 22-inch bikes are sick, dude. We sell a decent amount of them that became more popular. I think a lot of people, if you're like my buddy Sean in the comments, he's 6'5". It fits him really well. I know there's a good amount of dudes up here that ride him for trails, and you know, just a little bigger wheel, it slows the trails down Just kind of makes everything a little less bitey. I'm totally down with 22-inch bikes. Yeah, Odori Dangles. Maybe, Dangles, if you want to shoot me a message on Instagram, maybe you can throw a few ideas at me that I can mess with before next week. Because I just feel bad if it's shitty for other people. I'm just not going to log off and log on, because then it just screws it up where, later on it's just not like that. So no, I'm not. I'm streaming from a Mac right now. I just have my computer down here. I kind of feel you on that one, Mike. Which isn't a bad feeling. It kind of every time I get on a 22, they seem pretty fun. I'm a 20-inch guy, but I totally see why people would want them. I'm always down. Like, some people get weird about cruisers and stuff. Like, I grew up with a dude who rode a 24 at the skate park. So if BMX, there's always been 24-inch BMX bikes. There's always been 26-inch BMX bikes. If that's what you want to ride it, I do think certain wheels work better for certain things. But, figure out what BMX bike you want and shred it. Andy, what do you ride? What are you riding it on mainly when you do ride it? I ride 22-inch before a mountain bike at skate park. Definitely, for sure. Yeah. I mean, 22, you can still ride at everything. Larry Edgar, 2175. Yeah, there's a few. I think there's like 3 or 4 dudes that got those Larry Edgar frames up here. And people like them, especially for the trails and just, another option other than just going out and getting a Credence or something. It's no worse than early 90s camcorder quality. And we're good. I'm gonna take off all the stickers because we gotta just clean it up. I mean, I'm maybe gonna leave that one. Got some weird head tube one that says rocker. I don't know what Marty had going on in this, but the bike just needs cleaned up,
Rocket. Are you doing Rocket Air though? It says Rocket.
I mean, Marty, I've seen Marty do a Rocket Air. We do build wheels here, yeah. I rode it up the road one day and parked it. Seemed cool idea. No, and I can see that too, Andy. I would maybe, if you could take it to some jumps or just some bigger transition and ride it a little on that. I feel like that's kind of where those bikes shine. So maybe before you get rid of it, try it on a couple other things and just see if that fits the vibe more. Yeah. Oh, here's a sticker.
Oh, right.
Captain's Cog, 22-inch dirt jumper with front suspension. Yeah, I'm not a suspension guy, but I do they even do a 22 dirt jumper? I don't know much about dirt jumpers at all. I'm not a suspension guy, but if you're into it, scratches the itch, do it. In Cincinnati, riding flat on a 22. Riding flat seems crazy, like on a 22. Or a 24-inch twin. Oh, I could see that, Randy. I could fully see that.
Oh, it's got the Federal Nation rear end.
So that just needs. I don't think I'm gonna be able to vinegar dip it. Yeah. I wonder if I just spray Goo Gone on some of that stuff, if it would just come off. Dude, you see the We the People bike with the shocks? I have seen that one. Yeah, I actually rode one. Some dude was out at our jumps and had one, and I popped it through one of the small lines. I think those seem fun when you ride them at like the big bike parks up at the mountains and stuff. And I can totally see the vibe for them. Like it's not really my thing, but BMX, there's a lot of things in BMX that aren't my thing. So, but yeah, I rode it. It seemed interesting. I can see why people would be into it. Sup, tweakers. Yeah, I can see REA and I kind of looking a bit tweak right now. Yeah, for sure.
You live in Portland.
It's the tweakend. Yeah, we live in Portland, dude. Like
It's the tweak.
he says the tweakend. I'm gonna take another cough drop before I start dying. We should make Portland stickers that say "It's the tweakend."
Good BMX tweakend shirts. I'll design it. When I go home, I'm gonna design the tweakend merch.
Yeah, Ari's gonna design some tweakend merch. I'm not coming to Swampfest. You're going to Swampfest, right?
I think so.
Is that right after you get back from Japan?
No, right when I get back from Europe.
Okay, so
I'm gonna have to fly from Estonia to Florida.
So REA might be there. He might be there. Uh-oh.
It's like 60-40 right now.
Yo, I've got one of those fit. Hold on. Isn't your Mac from 2012? No, my Mac's like it's not the desktop one. It's just my normal computer. It's only like 3 years old.
Anyone need some GT airbags?
Oh, Riley's in here. Yo, I've got one of those Federal Flatland frames. Once you end up breaking that bent one. I'm bringing when we get this together, I'm bringing it down to the jumps, Riley.
Are you riding it? Shad said he's doing a 20 stare on it.
I'm not doing a 20 stare. I'll do a trick on it.
He's doing a tail whip on it.
I want Sam to design the tweakend t-shirt.
Yeah, true. I'll leave that one to him.
All right, Sean will be at Swampfest.
Sean?
Big Sean.
Possibly see you there.
I think Swampfest would just whoop my ass. I think I'm too old for that thing to be enticing to me.
It's either fun or decent. No in between.
I'm more Pondfest mode since becoming a dad. I could see that. Yeah, you're gonna pick between Pondfest or
I was at Swampfest last year with a broken foot.
Yeah, he was at Swampfest with a broken foot. That big 20 stair rail by the stadium, the one Jeremy Davis did, I'm not doing. No.
I'll do it for $100. Is that Riley?
Yeah.
I'll do it for $100.
AKA too soft for Swampfest. AKA you're right. You're right. I guess once we got all that sticker stuff off, I should work on this one.
That thing's disgusting.
Oh, this thing's got like slime on it. Here's that dirty 130.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty.
Pull out. Oh, this thing feels disgusting.
I think there's still goo gone on it.
Oh,
What?
feel like,
Ew.
yeah, it's gross.
There's still goo gone. This thing.
I don't want to get shot in the face with a firework.
There's no fireworks allowed this year.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys hear that? Say it again with all your mouth.
I don't think there's any fireworks allowed this year.
Uh-oh. No more fireworks at Swampfest. What's the next fad or design change? It seems like bikes are all standard. I do think wishbones are coming back, Mike. I don't think you're ever going to see anybody go back to super smaller bars, but I do think you're going to see people go back down to at least 8.7s for a while here soon too. Riley says he'll buy him a Whopper from Burger King after he rides the Burger King rail.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't even eat Burger King.
He already slid the Burger King rail when he was like, what? You did it opposite when you were like, what, 11 when we were filming for that one video?
12.
12? Yeah. I've never been shot by fireworks. I've been shot by BB guns a lot.
Hey, if you guys bring fireworks to Swampfest, Shad's gonna pull a mega tour on you.
We should have never shot the fireworks at the security guards last year.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea.
Some pro skater got blinded last year?
2 years ago.
Who?
I forget.
Like he's actually blind?
I don't know if he's actually blind, but he got shot in the face with a mortar.
Good.
I literally watched it. I was 10 feet away from him. I watched it happen. I have the clip.
Really?
Somewhere.
Huh.
It's in the background of me filming a fire.
Anybody know of a mid-bottom bracket with a 7/8 inch diameter spindle hole? I don't. What's it for? Yeah, Ryan. The LAMF has that wishbone. RE's is going to be a little different with the wishbone on the bottom also. Randy, what video did you buy today? No, Mike. When we were little, me and my buddies used to have hella BB gun fights. Here's a funny story. So my one homeboy I rode with, like my best friend, he lived out in we all lived out in the country, but he lived even further out where they had an outhouse. The outhouse had, like cracks. It was just like a wood outhouse. But if you go in there, everybody would like hold the door shut and then stick BB guns in and shoot you while you were using the bathroom. So you'd have to try to like sneak out to the outhouse to use the bathroom. And then you'd end up getting trapped and just like riddled with BB guns. So I didn't get a deal on that Condor frame, no. I'd love to have a first gen Condor. Yeah, I still ride 8.9s DFLJ. Oh, is it Chris Russell? Yeah, huh. Wow. Lip Lords Part 3. Oh, is that good? He dove in for... Damn, old Dirty Dangles. That sounds gnarly. He had a bunch of surgery and now has a David Bowie. Wow. I'm going to have to look this up.
For some reason, I thought it was Grayson Fletcher.
Yeah, one dude saying Grayson Fletcher, and then one dude, Ben, saying Chris Russell.
I think it was Chris Russell.
Because Grayson's the guy that films, right?
No, he's like sick.
So's Chris. I mean, yeah.
I mean, they're both sick. Pretty sure Grayson Fletcher is that fool that has the Thrasher cover with no shoes on.
Oh, he is, yeah. I could see that cars for driving. I could see that. My solids were always really stiff.
Ooh, we're baking more frames again.
This is how you heat treat a bike, guys. Is that even getting it off? Is it burning it off? Kinda.
Oh, kinda.
Oh, Emmett Pizza's on here now. Emmett said you're a nerd.
Thanks, Sid.
Yeah, dude. Emmett just throwing it out there like that?
Says the guy that doesn't ride a bike anymore.
Ooh. I don't know if Emmett heard that one. All right, guys. I'm going to probably stream for about another 15 minutes. I don't think I can go a full 2 hours a day. No, my nose is just going crazy. My chest, I just keep wanting to cough, and I'm kind of holding it in. So let's go for about 15 more minutes, and we'll figure out something fun to do next weekend. Is that hair? It's a bucket hat. He's got like some Jamiroquai bucket hat on. Here, I got somebody at the door. Go. we're just doing that little live stream. We'll be grabbing boxes. I'm just getting over being sick, so. You just have these two, right?
Yeah, 2 little ones.
Oh.
Yeah, I got that last weeks ago.
The chest.
Dude, chest cold, everything in my head.
Yeah.
I had lots to make it bigger. I got tired of it.
I mean, I just died.
Yeah, like 3 days, I just couldn't.
Yeah, it sounds like everybody kind of getting it.
Every dog man has it, and like 26 of the 20 people on my team got it.
Really?
Well, none of us in everybody. Like, we're all in different cities.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, 2 of us in town, so.
Yeah, no, it was rough. Today is kind of the first day feeling kind of normal, but I'm sure I'm just going to go home and crash out.
Yeah, but sleep is easy to healing.
Yeah, no, I know.
I know they get back to anything. I just took it because like I had to get back to work, but like when I'm sick, I can't even go to the hospital.
Yeah,
Then they can't count on that.
it's true. All right, I'll see you, bud.
Thanks, boss.
See you, Aaron. Thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate it.
This really is not kind of worked, but not really.
Virtual. That's a pretty funny joke.
Mhm.
Do you know who Jamiroquai is? Since I've made fun of you,
Yeah.
he has the song "Virtual Insanity." The where he's doing the music. Yeah, virtual tweak sanity.
Oh no.
Oh, all right. Well, if you guys got any more questions for us, holler at me. I'm gonna start getting things ready to close up. Sorry, this was kind of a last minute one today with me just getting over being sick. And then Jangles or anybody else out there that knows kind of how to maybe let's try to figure out this streaming speed and stuff so we can make it look a little better for you guys. Have you ever seen the Japanese people's bike in Japan? I haven't seen the Titanium Hoffman Big Daddy copy, but I have some buddies that live in Japan, and all those dudes freaking rip over there, dude. So topic about GT blowing all their shit out the doors. I mean, that's just what they're going to do. I have been getting Temu ads with GT chromoly cranks.
GT move?
Yeah, GT Moo. So I have been getting Temu ads with the GT cranks. Emmett, well, I'm psyched your dad likes them. I like your dad. Oh, rad, Randy. I've been working on my Hoffman EP. You said you got a red one too, right, Randy? You got a red Hoffman EP? I think Dangles. I think Sean missed that one, but okay. Call me tomorrow, Matt. I didn't know you're still here. Hopefully, all that stuff went well for you today, working on that generator. Oh, yours is a white one. Okay, is yours the white one where the chainstay goes down and kind of has the weird bend in it, or is it the lower one that kind of goes straight? Yeah, the cranks are. I mean, all that stuff's super good. I mean, it's just crazy, you know. I think this whole year still is gonna be crazy with BMX stuff, guys. So, dude, Old Dirty Dangles. I watch some stuff like that too, where I just put it on, just chilling at the house. You know, glance over. I'm like, ha, I'm into this, and I'll just be like doing some work or something. So I totally feel that. I don't have any with the GT mallet style 118 sims. There are a ton. Be careful. You can go either way, Thomas. There's a lot of bootlegs out there. And bootlegs usually have the little hole drilled in top to where you can run a cable through, which I don't think. Maybe hold on. I don't think that was ever a thing. Oh, nope, it is a thing. Weird. Okay. I was wrong, but there is a lot of bootlegs out there. And sometimes you just got to get a bootleg, but yeah. Yeah, mine's a real deal one too. But the real deal ones, I mean, I feel like I haven't even looked at it. I remember they used to be like 250. I don't even want to know what they are now. Thank you for coming, Ryan. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Oh, honestly, I'll go leave a comment because I'm gonna have to look it back up. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it was from a local Connecticut contest, like a Northeast contest. Who was it? I want to say it's Gary Pollock, but I think I'm wrong, so I'm gonna have to look it up. Nice. Yeah, I got my GT mallet. That's the only one I have. I got it in a trade like 20 years ago. So, I mean, I've had that Red Bully together since like 2006, seven. Probably 2007. I bought Red Bully, and I'm spacing his last name. There was a dude named Matt. I worked with him at Woodward, and he worked in the shipping department for Little Devil and Square One back when they had the bowl and stuff. And he sold me the frame and fork. He's unfortunately passed away since then. But he sold me that frame and fork back then, like 2000, might have been 2006. And I've had it built up since like 2007, pretty much just how it is. That's so weird, cartridge. I mean, there's nothing on my end. Last week when we were doing the streaming and I had some windows open, I'd get a little thing up here that would say, that it was maxing stuff out. So I don't know. Is your stuff going to be okay? Thank you, Dan. I appreciate you, bud. Randy, when you dig something out, send me some photos on Insta. I'd love to see them.
You want to see some? You guys want to see something sick real quick?
What are we looking at? Oh, that was sick.
James and Max.
Yeah, that was sick.
Good doubles row.
Dude, I'm bad at computers. Rad Dad, nice to see you back. Hopefully, Rad Dad, you got my message on Insta. I'll look when I get off. It's the time of day. Yeah, I mean it's 5:22 here, so.
5:22.
Stream cleared up there too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this out. I'll probably Ben. I'll hit up Jamie McFarland. Jamie, I feel like would know. He'd be good to talk to about this. So, all right, guys. I'm kind of fading fast, so I think I'm going to jump off. Matt's jealous of the weather in the doubles run. Yeah, he's 3 club forever.
I'm jealous too.
Bye, Ben. I will talk to you here soon. We got your federal up here whenever you want to come up. Dude, Redhead, you'd have to do that. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. God, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, Randy, send me some photos. I want to see that EP. Yeah, we'll jump into things next week. Oh, Hair Farmer, what's up, man? Everybody's jumping in right at the edge. I'm dying. What's up, Emers? I'm sorry. I was trying to hang on as long as I could, but I'm definitely kind of at the end of my energy levels from just
going back into the forest.
I'm going back into the forest. Thank you, Ben. You know I love you. You're my brother. Yeah, so okay, I'm gonna get off, guys. I gotta go home and just eat some soup and just relax and try to take advantage of these 2 days off and get my energy back. So yeah, we'll talk here soon. And then yeah, if anybody has lead on a front load GT stem, holler at Thomas because he's always doing cool stuff. So I have a DIY if he wants to ride. Oh, send me some photos, Randy. Yeah. Randy said there's a DIY if you come to Florida.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, send some photos, dude. I've got okay, hold on really quick, old dirty dingles. I've got the black lung. Oh God.
What?
If you know the movie, you know the movie. He doesn't know the movie. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. I just like REA's face right now because he doesn't know the movie I'm talking about. All right, bye. It's from this what's that movie called?